What up, everybody? Bonzo here, and today we're making a quick video just recapping what I spent all my Black Friday stones on. Before we jump into it, I'm giving away a stone pack, and to enter to win, all you have to do is comment on my 10-month progress update video. Do a raffle. I've got a little tool for it to put all the commenters in, and whoever wins, maybe you'll be able to get some of the upgrades that I got here. Let's jump into it. So the first thing that I wanted to focus on was getting assist modules. I didn't necessarily want to put too much into the assist modules themselves, meaning I just wanted to get the epic level. I just want to get the epic level, maybe a little bit with the multiplier and substat, as those are pretty cheap, but the primary purpose of it was getting the epic unique effect. So previously, I had Black Hole Digester with a 100-second cooldown, and that was in sync with my Golden Bot, my summon, but I went ahead and I got G-Comp, and even at just the epic, you get a 10-second decrease whenever it pops off. And so when you factor in my package chance here at Mythic, yeah, I've got a 77% chance getting a package, which means roughly every 2 out of 3 waves, 7 out of 10, I'm going to get a decrease of 10 seconds. So what that means is my Golden Tower is pretty much permanent, which is super valuable. And when you factor in the Golden Bot, summon, all that, my coins have actually gone up quite a bit. 2Q coins, this was before I got the purchases, as you see at 1128. And then my tier 14 that I was just getting got quite a bit more waves and quite a bit more coins, roughly I think about 30% more coins. So super valuable there. And I would attribute most of those coin gains just to getting the mythic, or epic, excuse me, assist module to put in the G-Comp. Econ is just a part of the game. And a lot of times you can actually increase your economy and your stone and your gem income by getting more damage. So if you look at the damage multipliers, you can either go between a cannon assist module or a core assist module. And the reason why I went with the core over the cannon is A, the unique effect, because I do my tournaments now with Dimension Core and Om Chip, so the boss is always covered. But B, and some might say most importantly, is the multiplier here is actually going to be bigger than your cannons. So if you look at this, level 160 core, it's 11.45 ultimate weapon damage. That's compared to a cannon 160 with 8.24. So that few points of multiplier goes a long way. And a lot of the damage that we're all doing, or your tower will mostly do, is of course from your ultimate weapons. And then this one, armor, I just got the basic because Space Displacer. I just wanted to get the extra mines for crowd control and legends. And just with these and a little bit of investment into the substats, my tournaments have gone up quite a bit. So here's the last tournament, 11, 15, and then, well, still 15. But as you can see, I got a good amount of waves here from 919 to 992. And this is with pretty tough tournament conditions. I think with the, if I was to compare brackets, like let's say we get the same battle conditions that I had here on the 22nd, or the 26th to be more specific, I would guess that I'm getting over 1,000 waves. Obviously can't really tell until you get there, but just those little increases have also allowed me to move from EHP farming into glass cannon farming. So I'm doing now, my band perks are the glass cannon band perks, and my farming waves that I'll show you here, like tier 12, tier 14, that's just a test, but tier 12, tier 13, this is right when I was switching over. I also dropped back to tier 11 and 10 with the fleet update to try to see if I could actually get more reroll shards by going super far. But with the fleet update, that spawns after, say, 15,000 waves minus X percentage. I really didn't find it too beneficial. In fact, it's more beneficial just to farm the higher tiers with the glass cannon. So that's what I've been doing. And my coins have gone up quite a bit. The coins per hour, looking at this, like 585, 590, 580, versus all the way down here at 380, 450. That's a pretty big increase when you factor that over a day. So it kind of comes down to if you have a bunch of stones to spend, and I'd cover this on a previous video. Spotlight, getting a 4th quantity for 2,500 stones is, yes, valuable. That's still wouldn't necessarily guarantee that I'm going to hit a boss every time that it spawns in a tournament. However, spending that 1,000 just on the assist module so I can put in Om Chip and automatically hit a boss, like every time, no matter what, this is way more valuable. Then on top of it, I can just put a little bit of stones and start getting some multiplier, which now that my mods are going to be 161 soon, I'm going to put more into multiplier and really start moving up. I'm kind of debating for my next stone purchase. As you see, I got 359 between doing more points here into my assist multiplier on my core so I can get more damage and move up, or potentially just saving to get 1,000 so I can get another cannon assist module. And what I would do, and what you kind of have to weigh with these, is what's the most impactful epic effect. I've got a few cannons that are pretty good. Death penalty. This is just a 5% epic chance of immediately eliminating an enemy. So it's good, yes, but if you're like me, your primary damage dealer is Chain Lightning, and in tournaments you play at bigger range. So sometimes there's a lack of, say, closeness or distance, you could say, between enemies, which makes it tough to hit them with the Chain Lightning and get more pops off. So what's super important to look at is the static effect with the unique effect. What I mean by that is Astral Deliverance, the bounce shot range is increased by 3% of your tower's total range. That's the same at Epic, Legendary, Mythic, or Ancestral. So this is a super valuable assist module because you get this static improvement to your tower's, say, baseline damage output, whether it's Epic or Ancestral. And then sure, yes, the projectile damage is kind of nice, but projectile damage doesn't really matter. So just getting this at Epic, I think is going to be super impactful to my tower's bottom line. So I'm going to be saving that. I started with getting my first upgrades were, of course, getting some core modules, but the next was into Chrono Field Plus. So I got all the way to Chrono Field Plus level 7, and kind of surprisingly, it didn't help as much as I thought. As you can see from my tournaments, like, yes, I did move up some from 800, 700 up to 900. But as you see the finishes here, it's like 17, 16, 21, 10. I would say now I'm going to consistently get at least 2 keys every tournament. Like this tournament here, 11, so I might get 4 keys. So yes, it helped, but with a lot of these ultimate weapon pluses, you don't really see the benefit until you're at, the super high levels. Like GT Plus, from my understanding, the last level of GT Plus, from like 12 to 13, will quite literally double your coin income. I don't know how true that is. I just heard it on the Reddit. But that's something you have to factor in as well. So for me, looking back, I kind of wish I would have just gotten more Chrono Field Plus and not have gotten Inner Landmine Charge Mines. But I wanted to get Charge Mines because I was dead set on getting my Space Displacer to get more Inner Landmines to then get more crowd control in my tournaments. Was that the best use of my stones? Probably not. In fact, maybe it would have been better to get a Click of Golden combo or a little bit more into my Chrono Field Plus, because every upgrade you get, it just is that much better. There's like a hidden slow that you get, because this just is the rotation speed, but there's a hidden slow with Chrono Field Plus that, like, at the first 0 to 1 level, it's like 2.5% additional enemy slow. 2 to 3 is like additional 5%, and it keeps slowly increasing until you're going from like level 12 to 13, which is an additional like 33% slow on the enemy. So when you factor that in, plus a module sub effect for some Chrono Field slow, you are really, really slowing down the enemies and giving your tower more time to attack and redirect. So I think what's next for me with these stones is I'm going to keep saving up with the tournaments, and I'm going to get 1,000, and I'm going to purchase the Cannon Assist mod, and I'm going to put in Astral Deliverance. And that static bounce shot increase of range, whether it's Epic, Legendary, Mythic, Ancestral, I think is going to be very beneficial for my tower and being a primarily Chain Lightning damage dealing player. But yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to make a quick video, cover some of these stone purchases that I did. What's next for me is getting the Cannon Assist module, saving up for that. And then most likely after that, it's going to get more multiplier efficiencies. Haven't really thought too much ahead farther than that, as I kind of changed my tune on what I'm going to upgrade every day. Quick example and side note is, last video you saw me doing all lab speed and then all card masteries. The card masteries all take days, almost a week for each one, from getting to 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm sitting here barely getting keys, and I'm thinking, man, if I can just move up more in these tournaments. Yes, my modules were behind, but with all the module masteries I just got, I should be good for a while. well, when they catch up. So now I kind of changed my tune. I got to get some quick labs done, so I'm leaning all into damage stuff. No attack speed, literally just all damage. Got to get those keys because the next goal I have is getting automatic restart, which if you just moved to Glass Cannon, you can relate to this, but the runs are pretty quick. They're 6 hours. Well, if I press start run right before I go to bed, in the middle of the night, it's going to end. So do I want to wake up in the night and, mess up with my sleep schedule just for a game? Absolutely not. So I need to focus on damage, get the automatic restart, which is all the way up here. I'm not going to purchase anything else into these. And as I go along, I'm getting a discount to rerolls and enhancements, which my enhancements are super expensive. I just have so much coins because I stopped my mastery labs. And actually with that, getting my cash mastery higher and enemy balance has gotten me more rerolls. But with the gems, and this is something I almost forgot, with the gems, rather than pulling more modules, I just rushed a few of the core and generator and then module ban, sub-effect bans. And the reason why I did that is if you look at core, there are so many to choose between. So I think I got 2 bans. Those labs are so long that, in my opinion, it makes sense just to gem rush it. Because or else, yeah, I could have gotten a lot more modules. But the modules chances it's literally gambling. I'm going to keep getting gems no matter what. I've got pretty good modules for where I'm at. So it's one of those labs kind of like Shatter Shards that you save up your gems, and it might be, in my opinion, more effective just to rush up. But yeah, that's really it. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. I go live typically on Tuesdays and Fridays, barring any health, or else it'll be Wednesday and Saturday. I'll see you guys for the next video. Drop any comments and let me know what you spent your stones on for Black Friday. I'll talk to you later. Peace.